Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Kamov Ka-60/62 Kasatka, which translates to killer whale. This is a Russian helicopter, light utility helicopter that first flew on the 24th of December 1998. The Ka-60 is part of a developmental process, a very long one going back to the start of 1984, of a development for a new kind of transport slash utility helicopter. The Ka-60 can currently serve several different roles, such as aerial reconnaissance, transporting assault forces, radio electronic jamming, and special operation missions, and various light transport missions. The helicopter basically serves that role of being a multi-role helicopter, a utility helicopter basically, which can serve multiple functions and be equipped with different loadouts to serve a variety of different missions. Currently there are an estimated total of 200 units being used by the Russian Air Forces, and there are plenty more that are expected to be exported and different versions and stuff like that that have been ordered by other countries and stuff like that that are currently in service, but are going to be produced. Anyways, it's a really interesting helicopter. It's kind of different from other helicopters that really seen it. It's pretty sleek and a really nice looking helicopter all the way around. But anyways, I want to go ahead and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this video possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in the description. If you guys are interested, you can donate a small amount every month to the channel, and it really helps me out. But of course, it's completely optional. But there are some cool benefits for becoming a Patreon supporter, so feel free to check it out. Again, link is down in the description, and feel free to make a pledge if you guys are interested. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the helicopter itself and kind of see what the general features are of it that we're going to be building today. So the airborne version, this helicopter has obviously retracting landing gear, so we have the landed version down there, which we'll cover in a second. But overall, it's a really sleek helicopter. Obviously up front here we have the cockpit, the nose of the aircraft. Moving along the side here, obviously we have the door here on the side and all that. We also have the top up here, obviously the engines you can see here for the rotors that they're tilted forward like so to kind of give the impression it's flying. For the landed version, we do have the rotors kind of slanted downwards like that, so you can also have it slanted downwards if you want to have this thing landed. Go ahead and continue on, just a lot of various little details and stuff like that on the sides here. Overall, a nice design for it, very sleek. Coming back here, this is a part that I was really interested in, was the tail. It actually has a section of horizontal stabilizers here with vertical stabilizers again on the sides here, and then it also has the vertical stabilizer with the obviously the back tail rotor, but it also has another kind of which one I'm looking for, but another horizontal stabilizer on top of it. So this thing's probably a pretty stable helicopter. I really don't know what effects those really have on it, but really cool looking helicopter, and just a overall really nice design for it, and a cool helicopter. It's been a little bit since we've done a Russian helicopter, so we have another one to add to the fray for you guys to go ahead and enjoy. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, so moving on to our first layer, let me go ahead and start off with layer 1. If you are completely new to my tutorials for aircraft and larger builds, I like to structure them as if where I do half on camera, half off. What this means is I'll be doing half of the basically structure on camera, and then I'll leave it between layers for you to copy the air side over. It's overall pretty simple, and we do the center line and then everything that's supposed to go on the one side over the air side, and for the most part this aircraft is completely symmetrical except one tiny little thing which I'll definitely point out when we get to it. Also, we will be building the airborne version of the helicopter first, which is a little bit easier. I will be covering how to do the landed version 1 at the end of this tutorial. But if you are interested in building this helicopter landed and not in flight, it's good to go ahead and start off with placing this layer that's going to be 2 blocks above the ground. As you can see here, we have the kind of center line of the aircraft here for layer 1, and you'll notice that it is 2 blocks of space from the ground, which is represented by this black line of wool. So very important that you make sure that that's correct if you're building this thing landed, because we will be going back and adding landing gear. If you're off by 1 or 2, 1 block or whatever, then you're going to have your aircraft too far on the ground or too far above it. So just make sure you take that into account when we start building. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 green stained clay blocks down our very center line. This is going to be the center line of the aircraft, and this is located a little bit toward probably about the middle, maybe a little bit more toward the front here, but about the middle of the section here of the fuselage. Right here in this kind of section here, just to give you a general idea of the helicopter and where we kind of are starting at. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go in the direction we want our helicopter facing. So we have this row of 8 of green stained clay. We're going to go ahead and have it facing toward that direction there. So we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 dark oak wood top slabs come off this green stained clay block going toward the front, followed by a wooden trapdoor on the end of those dark oak wood slabs. Once that's all done, we're going to go to the back section here. We want to go and then go toward the rear of our aircraft. So we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs coming off the opposite direction as the 4 we just placed down right there. We're then going to go ahead and skip a space. So we have this space right here. We can go ahead and use a placeholder block just to kind of visually represent it. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair facing that direction. So you want it upside down with its back facing toward, obviously, where the rear of our aircraft is going to go. We then can delete this block and now go from the back of the stair. So from the back of this dark oak wood stair, we're going to go ahead and place down a, basically skip a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 blocks back. We're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab and a wooden trapdoor. So again, this is a space of 9 between this top slab and this dark oak wood upside down stair. We can then delete these placeholder blocks like that, and you can see here we have the start there of our center line. Once that's done, we're going to go and work our way out to the sides now. We can start off by going to this green stained clay block up here toward the front. We're going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair on both sides of it. We then want to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood top slabs going toward the front, followed by a wooden trapdoor. So you should have 1 dark oak wood top slab and a wooden trapdoor that sticks out past these wooden trapdoors here. After that, after this dark oak wood stair here, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 green stained clay blocks back. We then want to take our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs back. After that's done, we're going to go to this green stained clay block right here. We're going to go and place down 8 dark oak wood top slab coming off the side of this green stained clay block. After that is done, we're then going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair like this, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood upside down stairs back. We then want to place down a dark oak wood top slab back, followed by 1 and 2 wooden trapdoors. Looking at it from above, we should have something that looks like this. Obviously on this side here, we have our center line that runs down here, and we have this side so far done, and you're going to be copying this over to the air side, obviously. We also want to go ahead and add a few little detail bits here. So we're going to go ahead and go to our second dark oak wood stair here from the front. We're going to go ahead and place down a placeholder block kind of underneath or kind of down and out at an angle from the stair here. We're then going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the front of the stair, opened up toward the stair. Coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down a end rod that goes back, followed by a zombie head and another end rod just like that after it. So you get something that looks like this on both sides. We can then delete these blocks here in the middle there, and we can delete this kind of markings here for the underneath section here. But basically you should have something that looks like this so far. Here's a you know, kind of a picture of what it looks like from up above. Once that's all complete, that's going to do it for layer 1. With that, let's move on to layer 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we'll be going ahead and move on to layer number 2. So for layer 2, we're going to start off by taking green hardened stained clay. We're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this wooden trapdoor here, followed by 1 on top of this dark oak wood top slab. After that's done, we're going to go to both sides of these 2 green stained clay blocks and place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls on both sides. We're then going to go and take our light gray stained glass full blocks, place down a row of 3 across the wooden trapdoors and dark oak wood top slab up here in the front. We also want to go and place down a upside down dark oak wood stair after these 2 light gray stained glass full blocks on both sides here, and in between these 2 upside down stairs, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane. Once that's done, we're going to take spruce wood planks, place down 1 and 2 spruce wood planks back from this dark oak wood upside down stair, followed by 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls coming off those 2 spruce wood planks. Continuing on, after the spruce wood planks, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 green stained clay blocks back, followed by 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls coming off those green stained clay blocks. Continuing on, we're going to place down 2 spruce wood planks after these 2 mossy cobblestone walls right here. We then want to place down 1, 2, and 3 green stained clay blocks back. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a lever and also some stone buttons. We're going to place down a lever on the first green stained clay block, facing upwards like so, followed by 1 and 2 stone buttons after the lever like that, going back. Once that's done, after these green stinkweed blocks, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls back. In between these mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to place down a total of 3 rows of 3 of green stinkweed. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to go across here, and then it's going to connect up to both sides like that. Once that's done, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green stained clay that comes off this. So you have 4 rows of 3 of green stained clay. And we will also end up this basically layer being above the dark oak wood stair that was kind of alone in the previous layer right there. Also, we want to go ahead and go to both sides. We're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab, come off this mossy cobblestone wall. After that's done, coming off the center green stinkweed block in this row of 3, we're going to place down another green stinkweed block that goes back like this, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair on both sides of the green stinkweed block. So you have something that looks like this from underneath here. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and go back from these basically the green stinkweed blocks and the stairs. We're going to place down a total of 3 rows of 3 of dark oak wood top slabs that go back like so. After that's all done there, we then want to go ahead and grab some placeholder blocks, so we can just use some wool for this. We're going to go ahead and count back 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks back. We're going to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, followed by a green stinkweed block behind the stair, followed by a second green stinkweed block, a dark oak wood upside down stair, and a dark oak wood top slab, so it should connect up from the tail we started in the previous layer 1, so it should kind of connect up like so for the back here and the tail. We also want to go ahead and go to these placeholder blocks here. We're going to go ahead and go to the second to last block, so this one right here. We then want to go ahead and go out to the sides 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're then going to place down a dark oak wood top slab. It's going to be the same thing on both sides here. We're going to go ahead and break the placeholder blocks now. So we should now have something that kind of looks like this from up above for layer 2. And layer 1. Once that's all complete, that's going to do it for layer 2, and we can now move on to layer 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 3. For layer 3, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a dark oak wood slab that's going to be on top of the second green stinkweed block right here that's on the front nose here, right before this row 3 of basically light gray stained glass full blocks. So we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab like this. Going back from the dark oak wood slab, we're going to place down a green stained clay block, followed by a row of 3 of light gray stained glass full blocks going back like so from the green stained clay block. Now to both sides here, we're going to go ahead and take a zombie head, place down a zombie head on this mossy cobblestone wall. So like that on both sides. We're then going to go ahead and place down a end rod that's coming off the zombie head here, like that on both sides like that. Going and continuing on both sides of the green stained clay block here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair, followed by a dark oak wood slab that goes back like so. We then want to place down a row of 1 and 2 light gray stained glass full blocks, followed by a row of 1, 2, and 3 green stained clay blocks back. We're then going to go ahead and go to the sides of these 2 light gray stained glass full blocks, place down 2 light gray stained glass panes, and after those panes, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls. Once that's done, we're going to place down a snow block, followed by a spruce wood plank after the snow block. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a tripwire hook and also some buttons. We're going to place down a tripwire hook come off the spruce wood plank and also a stone button come off of this snow block. After that's done, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this one right here after the spruce wood plank here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves an end rod and place down an end rod on this lever like that, like so. Continuing on, we're then going to place down a row of 1 and 2 and actually 3 snow blocks going back. In between the third snow blocks here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay. It should be on top of the row from the previous layer here. Once that's done, we're going to place down a second row of 3 of green stained clay, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall, both sides. We then want to place down 2 rows of 3 of green stained clay going back, and then we're going to place down 2 red and hardened stained clay blocks on both sides like that. Continue down another row of 3 of green stained clay, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides. We're then going to place down 2 more rows of 3 of green stained clay with nothing on the sides here, but just like this going back. Once we get to this section here, we're going to place down a total of 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls that go back like that. We then want to grab ourselves green stained clay blocks, and we're also going to place down 2 green stained clay blocks in between these 2 mossy cobblestone walls. After the green stained clay block here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 green stained clay blocks back, so you have a row of basically 6 of just this single row of green stained clay back. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair, followed by an iron bar, another dark oak wood stair, and a green stained clay block right behind the stairs, so you get something that looks like that on the back here. Once that's done for the horizontal stabilizers, we're going to go ahead and go to this green stained clay block right after the cobblestone walls. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 dark oak wood top slabs out to the side, followed by an upside down dark oak wood stair like that. Once that's all done there, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this dark oak wood top slab, And we then want to take dark oak wood slabs, place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 across in between to connect up to both sides here. We can also go ahead and grab ourselves some signs here, and we can place down a sign on these 2 green snakewood blocks here, which will be on both sides. Also, a little piece of detail I forgot to include was a little stone button back from layer 2 on this green snakewood block. It's going to be on both sides here, like that, back on there for the tail. After that's all done though, that is going to do it for layer 3, and with that we can move on to layer 4. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer 4. For layer 4, we're going to start off by placing down a row of 3 of light gray stained glass panes that are going to be going across the top up here, so on top of these dark oak wood half slabs and this light gray stained glass full block right here. After that, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass block here in the center, followed by a light gray stained glass pane on both sides. After that's done there, we're then going to go and place down another light gray stained glass pane that comes off of this one out to the side like so. We're then going to go ahead and place down another light gray stained glass pane that goes back like that, followed by a row of 3 light gray stained glass panes. They're going to be in between, or a row of 3 light gray stained glass full blocks. They're going to be in between these 2 panes, like that on both sides. After that's done, we're going to go back from the light gray stained glass full block. We're going to place down 2 and 3 green stained clay blocks back. And actually, we can go ahead and delete the middle one in this row, so we can just go ahead and get rid of that middle one right there. And then basically on top of these 2 coming off these 2 green stained blocks, we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls and a light gray stained glass full block in between them. Going ahead and continuing on, after this mossy cobblestone wall here, we're going to place down 2 light gray stained glass full blocks going back, followed by a green stained clay block. On the side of this green stained clay block, we're going to place down a lever facing downwards to connect up to the end rod. After that's done, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass full block, followed by 1 and 2 green stained clay blocks back. In between the second green stained clay blocks, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green stained clay. After that's done, we're going to place down a second row of 3 of green stained clay, this time with a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides. We then want to place down 2 more rows of 3 of green stained clay to fill in the middle, this middle section here. 2 red stained clay blocks on both sides. Another row of 3 of green stained clay across, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides. We then just want to place down 2 more rows of 3 of green stained clay on top of the 2 previous rows. After that's done, we want to go ahead and go down the center here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green stained clay blocks back on top of the previous row of 6 of green stained clay blocks. After that's done, we're going to go to the first 3 green stained clay blocks here. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls along the sides here. Continuing on back to the tail here, we're going to go and place down a iron bar on top of this dark oak wood stair, a green stained clay block on top of this iron bar here, another iron bar on top of this dark oak wood stair right here, and a dark oak wood stair like this on the back with its back facing toward the iron bar, so you get something that looks like that from the sides here. We then also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a button. We're going to place down a stone button here on both sides of this green stained clay block. Also, going to the horizontal stabilizers here, we want to place down a green stained clay block on top of this one right here, and a dark oak wood stair on top of the upside down stair like this. We're then also going to go ahead and place down a sign on the side of this green stained clay block, just like that. And on the inside here, on these dark oak wood top slabs, we just want to go ahead and cover these up by placing down green carpet. Once that's all done there, that is going to do it for layer 4. With that, let's move on to layer 5. Alrighty guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 5. For layer 5, we're going to go ahead and start off by taking another brick slab. We're going to place it down on top of this light gray stained glass full block right here after the light gray stained glass panes. We then want to place down a wither skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle on both sides on top of these 2 panes, basically on either side of this dark oak wood slab. Behind the dark oak wood slab, we're going to go and place down a light gray stained glass block. Behind the light gray stained glass block, we want to go and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 green stained clay blocks back. We're then going to place down a dark oak wood stair, followed by a dark oak wood slab. We then want to go ahead and go back to the tail piece here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair, upside down stair behind the dark oak wood stair, an iron bar on top of this green stained clay block, a upside down dark oak wood stair coming off the iron bar like that, and a mossy cobblestone wall on the very back here. Once that's done, we're going to work our ways out to the side. So going back up to the front here, after this this wither skeleton skull, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane on both sides of this light gray stained glass full block. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair on the side of this green stained clay block, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 green stained clay blocks back, followed by a dark oak wood stair. And then we just want to go ahead and grab ourselves some zombie heads. We're going to place down a zombie head on the side here at just a nice straight angle like that. And then we want to place down one at a slight kind of like 30-degree angle a little bit slighter like that. So you're going to have a 30-degree angle zombie head kind of like that on both sides. Once that's all done there, we can go ahead and continue on working our way to going up to the front and working our way toward the back. We're going to go and do the same thing up here, so about a 30-degree zombie head on top of this mossy cobblestone wall, and a zombie head on top of this light gray stained glass block. After that's done there, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on the side here after this green stained clay block, or this zombie head, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood stairs back. We're then going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 mossy cobblestone walls back, followed by a dark oak wood stair. Once that's done on this mossy cobblestone wall here, we're just going to go ahead and place down a zombie head at a 45-degree angle, like that. Last thing we want to do is we're actually going to go up here and make one quick adjustment. We're actually going to go ahead and replace this last dark oak wood stair in this row of 5 here with a nether brick stair. So we have a row of 4 of dark oak wood stairs and then a nether brick stair like that. And then also going to the back here, we're going to go and go to our basically vertical stabilizers right here. We're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this one right here and a mossy cobblestone wall on top of the stair. On the side of this block, we're going to place down a sign, and it's going to be like that on both sides, obviously. Once that's done there, that's going to do it for layer 5. You can see kind of what we have going on so far for this. And with that, let's move on to our next layer, layer 6. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 6. For layer 6, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a wooden trapdoor on top of this green stained clay block right after the cockpit, so right here. After the wooden trapdoor, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10 green stained clay blocks back. Let me just go and double check my count here. And yes, 10 green stained clay blocks back from the slab. We then want to place down another dark oak wood slab here, followed by another wooden trapdoor that goes back just like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and continue on. So moving on to our sides now, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair on both sides of this first green stained clay block. We also want to place down a zombie head at about a 45-degree angle on top of this green stained clay block right here. After that's done, after the dark oak wood stair here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green stained clay blocks back, followed by a row of 1 and 2 of black wool, where they're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this, followed by a dark oak wood slab like that. Now over here on the left side, it's a little bit different. So after this dark oak wood slab, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair and a wooden trapdoor on top of this dark oak wood stair. This is only on the left side, so not the right side. So again, it's going to look something like this. You can see that it's a little off, it's off to the side here, and that's what we want. So it's going to be off to the side here to the left side, so only on the left side and on the right side. Anyways, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and continue working on the fuselage here. So for this, we're going to take some mossy cobblestone walls now. We're going to go and go to the second green stained clay block in this row of 6 here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mossy cobblestone walls back, followed by a row here of 2 stone brick upside down stairs next to these 2 black wool blocks. After that's done, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some signs. We're going to go ahead and go to the basically 3rd and 4th mossy cobblestone wall from the front here, and we're going to place down 2 signs on the side of those mossy cobblestone walls. After that's done, going back here to the tail, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of this dark oak wood stair, followed by a second green stained clay block, a spruce wood plank back, and a mossy cobblestone wall. On both sides of the spruce wood plank, we're going to place down a sign like so. And once you have that all complete, that is going to do it for layer 6. With that, let's move on to layer 7. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 7. For layer 7, we're going to start off by going to the top up here. We're going to go to the second green stained clay in the center row here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair on top of it. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 green stained clay blocks behind this dark oak wood stair. After those 4 green stained clay blocks, we're going to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs, followed by a wooden trapdoor like that on the end here. Going out to the sides now, we're going to take a a zombie head and place it down at a 45-degree angle on both sides of this dark oak wood stair. Going back from the zombie head, we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls, followed by an upside down nether brick stair. And coming off the front of the stair here, we're going to place down another upside down nether brick stair, so we get something that kind of looks like that. After that's done, behind these nether brick stairs, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs across like this, followed by 2 dark oak wood slabs across the front of those stairs. We then want to grab ourselves some rails, and we're going to go and place down rails in kind of a circular shape like that on both sides here for the rear. And then going back to the tail here, we're just going to place down a dark oak wood stair on top of this green stained clay block, followed by a green stained clay block behind the dark oak wood stair, and then a spruce wood plank behind the green stinkwood block with a sign on both sides of the spruce wood plank, like that. Once that's all done, that is going to do it for layer 7. With that, we'll move on to our last 5 layers, which are going to be layers 8 through 9, and then we'll go ahead and get into the rotors. Cover both doing the kind of the slanted ones in flight and also the ones in the landed formation. Anyways, with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving on to our last final layers. We're going to do our last final layers all together really, because it's pretty simple stuff. We're able to go through it pretty easily. These are layers 8 through 9. So anyways, getting started here, we're going to go and place down a anvil on top of this green stinkwood block right here. We then want to go ahead and place down a placeholder block around the anvils all the way around, and on top of these placeholder blocks, we're going to go and place down some zombie heads all the way around like that. We can go ahead and then break these full blocks here, and then we can go and place down end rods underneath them. So then we have these zombie heads that are kind of sitting on top of these end rods. We then just want to place down a dark oak wood slab on top of the anvil like that, and that right there is going to pretty much do it for what we're going to cover for the rotors. We're going to go ahead and obviously have the 2 different versions, the in-flight and also the landed versions of the rotors, which we'll get to in a second. Anyways, going back here to the tail, let's go and get started with that. We're going to place down a green stinkwood block on top of this one right here. After that's done, we're going to place down a spruce wood plank after the green stinkwood block, and again, a sign on both sides of the spruce wood plank, like that. Going ahead and continuing on to our last layer on top here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab on top of this green stinkwood block. We then want to place down a green stinkwood block, or sorry, a spruce wood plank here in the middle, followed by a row of 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs out to the side. Yep, and same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3. And this dark oak wood slab here is actually going to be a dark oak wood stair. We then want to take a zombie head, place down a zombie head 1 and 2 off these basically the first 2 dark oak wood top slabs going off the spruce wood plank. And that's going to be like that on both sides. And then lastly on top here, we're just going to place down a row of green carpet all the way across the top here, like so. And once that's all done, that's going to pretty much do it for the basic design here for the fuselage, everything like that. Pretty much what's left for us to do is to go ahead and cover the rotors, both landed and in-flight, and also the landing gear. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the in-flight rotors, and then we'll go ahead and drop down and work on the landed version of the helicopter. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to putting the rotors on the helicopter. So really easy, they're pretty much the same thing on both sides here. So we're just going to go ahead and do pretty much half the rotors, so just probably the left side here, and then I'll leave the right side to you guys. It's basically copying the same thing, just kind of going out kind of the opposite direction. So pretty standard overall, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing for us to do is to go ahead and take some stone brick slabs. We're going to place down a stone brick top slab, come off the tops of these end rods on both sides like this. We then want to go ahead and place down a iron trap door on top of these 2 stone brick top slabs. Once that's done, come off these 2 stone brick top slabs to both sides. We're going to place down one going off like this to both sides at an angle, and an iron trap door on top of the 2 stone brick top slabs. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and basically now focus solely on the left side here. So that's kind of a way to get started. We can also go ahead and go to the front and do the same thing. So we have our 2 stone brick top slabs off at an angle here, and same thing over here. 2 stone brick top slabs, 2 iron trap doors on top. So you can kind of get the general idea of how we start them. Anyways, focusing in on the left side now, we're going to go and place down a stone brick slab, like that out to the side again, kind of continue that diagonal pattern. We then want to place down a nether brick slab like this. After that, we're going to place down a iron trap door, so it kind of goes up at an angle, iron trap door, so you can kind of see it looks something like that. We're then going to go ahead and place down a iron trap door that's actually going to be next to the nether brick slab, so like this. And then we're going to go off this iron trap door here, and then go back one, so you get something kind of looks like this from up above here, so far. After that's done, we're going to place down a nether brick slab, come off this last iron trapdoor right here, followed by another brick slab that goes back like that. We then want to go ahead and go out to this to the side of this nether brick slab, and then go back one. And we're going to go ahead and place down a nether brick slab that comes off of this one right here. When we get to this point here, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab, which is going to go up from this slab right here. And then from the nether brick top slab here, we're going to go ahead and go over one like that. Once that's done, we're going to go back from this nether brick slab, go back one. We're going to go ahead and go from an angle from this slab right here, out one, and then out one more like that at an angle. So looking at it from above, you should have something that kind of looks like this, and a side view here of kind of what it looks like. We're now going to replicate something very similar, but this time going down. So for this, we're going to go and start off by placing down a nether brick, stone brick top slab, come off this one right here, followed by another brick top slab after that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down another brick slab that kind of goes down like this. So another brick slab that kind of comes down like that to the side of that top slab. We're going to then place down another brick slab forward. We're going to go ahead and go to the side of this slab, place down another one, and another slab that comes forward. We're then going to go ahead and switch to iron trapdoors. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor next to this nether brick slab here, followed by another iron trapdoor that goes toward the front, iron trapdoor to the side of this one, iron trapdoor toward the front, and then one iron trapdoor that comes out to the side like that. Now going down from this iron trapdoor here, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab. We then want to go ahead and go from the top slab, we're going to place down a top slab out to the side, and then one more toward the front. We're going to go ahead and then go ahead diagonal from this slab right here, 1 and 2 out to the side, just like that. And once you have that done, you're just going to copy the same design we did here for the in-flight rotors and to the air side. So we get something that kind of looks like this all together, and it kind of gives the impression it's tilted forward with the rotors and flying forward. And of course, if you want to have this thing just kind of in a hover stance, you could just make these completely straight with nether brick slabs all the way across, or nether brick top slabs coming from the stone brick top slabs all the way across. Anyways, that's going to do it for the in-flight rotors. Let's go ahead and move into the landed rotors. Alright guys, so moving on to the landed version of the rotors. Now these landed version basically is meant to represent the weighted blades. Obviously, the blades being heavy and flexible, they start to kind of bend toward the ground, as you can see with this version here. And this is intended obviously for the landed version. So for this, it's going to be pretty much the same kind of start here. We're going to go ahead and start off by placing down stone brick top slabs that are going to be going ahead and coming off these end rods. So in the corners here, all the way around. And of course we're going to do only the left side again, and then you guys can copy the right side over. But you know, we're going to go ahead and start off by just kind of giving a start all the way around. So basically the same thing we did for the rotors up top there. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and start off on the going toward the front here with the basically the left front blade. We're going to place down a second stone brick top slab after the first one here. 2 iron trapdoors on top. Come off this stone brick slab here. We're going to place down another top slab after it, followed by a nether brick top slab coming after that. Once that's done, we're going to go down from the nether brick slab. We're going to place down a nether brick slab after the top slab like that. We're then going to place down a nether brick slab that goes forward. Once that's done there, we then want to go ahead and place down a nether brick slab that comes off this one right here, and then one that goes forward as well. When we get to this section here, we're going to place down the iron trapdoor off to the side of this nether brick slab, followed by a iron trapdoor forward, and then one out to the side like that. After that's done, on the bottom of this iron trapdoor, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab, and then again one out to the side here, like so. After that's done, going down from this slab here, we're going to place down a slab. So we have these 2 top slabs. We're going to go down a slab. After the slab goes down like this, we're going to go ahead and go one out to the side, nether brick slab forward. Going down from this slab here, we're going to place down a top slab. So it's going to kind of come down at an angle like this, iron trapdoor, and a nether brick slab like this. So pretty simple overall, and will look something like this on both sides here, and everything like that. And I was just wondering there because it looked like it was a little off there, but this helicopter is 1 block forward than this one, so that's something I'll have to adjust a little bit off camera. But that's right there for the blade, and it's going to be the same thing basically on this side. So again, we can just go ahead and do it again just to show you guys, but it's the same blade kind of design all the way around. This one's just going to be flipped the opposite direction, obviously. So nether brick slab out like this, or nether brick top slab, 2 nether brick slabs down like this, 1 out to the side, 1 forward. We're then going to place down an iron trapdoor, 1 forward, 1 out. We then want to go ahead and go down, place down a nether brick top slab, 1 out to the side. We're going to drop down from this, place down a nether brick slab like that, 1 out to the side, 1 back, a nether brick slab that's just going to go and drop down like this, iron trapdoor on top, and a nether brick slab that comes off this one like that out at an angle. And once you have that done, that's going to pretty much do it for the blades. You're going to copy the same design over here to the right side, and you'll have your blades completely done. And the weighted ones done, and the landed version ones, and all that stuff. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for the rotors. We covered both the in-flight and landed. Now it's time to go ahead and cover the landing gear. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have the weighted blades complete, and all the way around should look something like this. Now it's time to move on to the landing gear. So we're going to start off with the front wheels first. So for this, it's really simple. It's the same thing on both sides. We have the front set of wheels and then one back wheel. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and dive into this section here. We're going to need to break some stuff. So we're going to break this upside down dark oak wood stair and this top side right there. We're then going to go and take some iron trapdoors, place down 1 and 2 iron trapdoors on these 2 green stank weight blocks. We then want to remove these 2 green stank weight blocks and in its place down 2 anvils. Once that's done, we're going to place down a stone brick stair, come off this second anvil here with the stone brick top slab on the bottom of the stair. Going back from the top slab here, or basically down at an angle, we're going to place down a stone brick slab. Coming off the stone brick slab to the side, we're going to place down a nether brick stair, followed by an upside down stair on the bottom of it, upside down stair on the back of this stair, and a stair on top, so you guys know that looks like this. We then want to place down a skeleton skull on this stone brick stair, and also a skeleton skull coming off this anvil, like so. You're going to go and take that same design and copy it over to the other side. So by now you'll have this copied over to both sides, both wheels complete here. One quick thing I want to add is we also want to place down a skeleton skull coming off this nether brick stair here on both sides on the inside there. Anyways, once that's all done, we can go and move on to the rear wheel, which is also a very simple addition. For this, we're going to need a mossy cobblestone wall, dark oak wood stair, a lever, a block of coal, and also a stone button. Now, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to this section here, the aircraft. We want to go ahead and go after this green stank weight block here, and we're going to place down, we're going to break this dark oak wood slab and place down a mossy cobblestone wall. We also want to go ahead and go to the dark oak wood slab here. We're going to replace this with a dark oak wood upside down stair, and then we just double check real quick. That's actually going to... Okay, my bad. It's actually going to be a dark oak wood regular stair. So it's a regular stair that kind of goes up into the fuselage like that. Once that's done, we're going to go and go down from this mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair. That goes down like this, and we also need to grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence post, which I did not grab, so let me go ahead and grab that real quick. On the bottom of this stair, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post, like this, a block of coal, and a stone button on both sides of this block of coal. We also can go ahead and grab ourselves a lever, place a lever down on the back of this dark oak wood stair, so you get something that kind of looks like that, and that right there is going to do it for the back wheel. By now, we should have both wheels done in the front and the back wheel done, and the landed version complete now for the Ka-60. Anyways, guys, that right there is going to do it for the Ka-60 Russian utility helicopter. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial. If you guys do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This may be anything from a side of the build, tweet to my channel, or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as I get credit for the build, that's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow, and it continues to keep me inspired to keep on posting these videos. So as long as you guys give me credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Again, a big thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this video possible. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.